Hi and welcome to Linus Napoleonic Shipyard. Today we're going to do some impressions from a competition that I competed in, the C4 Open. That's Scandinavia's largest plastic model competition. This time around, this is the second time I compete in this event. Really nice event. I'm going to be showing some images from it here, of models that I liked on the show and so on. I partook with two models, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to do the same ships, historical ships that I did last year, but new versions. So I did the HMS Victory, and then I did HMS Surprise, this time together with Acheron. I was going to enter them as single ships, but then I ended up entering them together as a vignette, which was fun, but also a little bit harder, I think, in the judging, since the ocean is looking quite nice, but I can do better. Like if I would do it from resin, like I did on the Diorama I made from Speedy and Elgamo this summer, I think I would do better. Anyway, it all went really well for me, and I managed to get a gold from HMS Victory, which is superb. I mean, you can't get better than a gold, and that was in the small ship category, standard judging. I mean, I didn't do too much. I did quite a bit, but I didn't do as much as I did on the others. So I entered it as standard judging, and this, as shown here, the Surprise and the Acheron, I entered that for advanced judging for the vignette, and it turned out it took a bronze in that as well. So I'm all in all very pleased. The models, I'm not showing too much of these models because I've shown them before, right? I've played games with them, and I also had videos where I'm working on them. So, but the Acheron and Surprise are my most advanced so far. I guess that's my new level. I don't think I'll be producing too many. I'm making some for the Warlord Games events, which are going to be very standard Warlord Games ships. Really fun actually to do them. But for ships that I do for myself or others, I think this is the standard I will want to keep from now on, with all the rigging done in brass and those thinner diameters. Because, I mean, they look really well, and also the silk span for the sails might be the new standard. And here's the model with the bronze in the competition. And here's some footage from the competition. I wanted to show you. This is the one that won in the category I entered, the vignettes. The smaller vignettes, and it's a really well done submarine. Talked to the gentleman who made it, and I mean, just very impressive. And there's my entry standing beside it. So the judging is on an individual basis, so a category could get many golds and many bronze, many silver, or none. It all depends. So there is, of course, a lot of golds handed out in this competition. Not that many, so getting a gold is something I'm very proud of. I mean, extremely. Look at the quality of the models here in the competition, and then that I managed to get a gold is fantastic. This one I really liked as well. It's a submarine. It's really the guy who made it, he told me some stuff about it. Not very make you feel very safe. It's not a sub I would like to enter. But some larger scale models here. It's always nice, like I said in my short, to see ships and so on that are made in larger scales. That allows me to see how much people can do, and I mean, eventually this is where I would like to move to the larger scales, to challenge myself to get even more detail in there. So these are models from another guy. I've actually he entered the category last year as well. I'm very happy he took a bronze there with his ship. It's a very nice ship. And there's my gold Victory. And then there was another guy who also had done, and these are standard Warlord Games models actually. He got a silver there in the standard category, which is nice. They were nicely painted, and I really liked the bases. And I talked to him, so hopefully maybe he will join in the event. He's from Stockholm, but the event is going to be in Gothenburg in April. So, and this one I found so impressive. This is all scratch built, hand for size here. It's a steam engine, so I mean every part scratch built, and it's a fully functional steam engine. and it's also radio controlled, so you can radio control it. So I mean, that level is just way out there. I mean, I'm really looking forward to getting into wooden models eventually here. Of course, that's a lot more involvement, and I think I've never reached this scale, but it's fantastic to see. I mean, it's a very large model, but it's also beautiful. And of course, he also got a gold in the category where he entered, which is very well deserved. Then I met another guy. So here is a couple of models from this guy. Right now, I wrote down the name and then I forgot the name, but it was a very friendly guy. So shout out to him, and I'm very sorry I lost your name, even if I wrote it down. I'm lost it somewhere. But he showed me some of the models. He made this one I really like with the cover on the hood. He told me about it because they needed to heat the engines, right? So they had that cover in the hood. Then we looked at some of the, this is actually when I'm walking around with him, so we looked at some of the other models in the competition. So there's more like miniatures. He had done a few of those as well. So he just wanted to show me those, and I took some video of them. I might enter this eventually. It's also fun to paint single models. All these in the front row are his models. Some of them are, as you might recognize, there's a Space Marine Warhammer 40k. And it's something that I won't get into, probably Warhammer 40k, but I do have some historical models. This one was also by him. It's a Spitfire that is for the Swedish Air Force. I love the blue. I love the way he got this one done. It's actually one of my favorite models in the whole exhibition. Smaller scale, but somehow this one was really appealing. I guess it's the blue that it really attracts me. But so this is the standard judging. So the categories there's like the letter and the number, and this is the scale. And then there is standard judging and advanced judging. And in advanced judging, judges would judge everything around it and all the extra detail, all the scratch work that you did. Here's like a overview shot, so you can see how many models there were actually in the competition, which is fantastic. So earning medals is just amazing with the standard that is here. This is why I love it. It's got a gold as well, deserved. I served part of my military service, I think I said that before, on the PVV 302. And here's a more modern Swedish vehicle. It's the Stridsfordon 90, which is actually in service in the Ukraine at the moment as well. Another gold medal. I like these military vehicles. Also interesting, something I wouldn't build myself. I am interested in them. I find them beautiful, but it's, you know, I am a ship person when it comes to models. So another one of those versions of the Stridsfordon 90, CV90, right? Combat Vehicle 90. Some older models. This interesting paintwork. I didn't read it, but probably it's like maybe something from World of Tanks. I don't know. So you see, there's quite a few in some categories, no golds or just honorable mentions, and then in some other categories there might be a bunch of golds. Because it's on an individual basis, but still it's a very few models that actually managed to get a gold, and that's why I'm so pleased with it. And I mean, it's just stunning. Was stunning to walk around and just enjoy all the brilliant work that people have done. It's amazing what humanity can do when they put their mind to it. I mean, of course these are combat vehicles, but it's something nice with miniatures, right? It's a pretty peaceful hobby anyway, even if it's military vehicles. Of course, World War II, always big. I think that's the main theme also among the airplanes. So both the combat vehicles and the airplanes, the main theme would be the Second World War for sure. I guess that's where most of the people have their main interest. There was a First World War tank, however. So I'm just walking past some of these models. Some of it held less interest for me, some of it more. Some of them might come back to later. Always the tinier ones. I always like the tinier scales because I know how hard it is. This is another one by the guy who had ships in the same category as me. Really nice Japanese airplane there. A little bit of a Mini-jet as well. Some tiny airplanes always hold my interest, as I said. I think it's really interesting to get the amount of detail people can get into them, and also how they are presented. I mean, you can get a lot of inspiration from other people. I mean, you see a lot of different presentations here, like on these small stands and round and square stands and so on. Some Japanese airplanes. You see how many Second World War airplanes there really is. And I mean, for me, the Second World War is not one of my main interests. I do like, and we did, if you check the channel, you saw we did some playtest of Victory at Sea, not a Warlord Games product, but it's not my main interest. I mean, it will be definitely a side interest. This one was amazing as well, with the mirror below it and everything. Also a gold medal for that. And this is one of my absolute favorites. It's actually by a friend called Emil, and he did all of this detailing. I mean, it's decals, but it's all made by him. He made them himself. And knowing some of German airplanes from First World War, the lozenge, the pattern on the wing there is spot on. I mean, that's fantastic work. So hats off to him. Another one, an SE5A. I love them. The First World War airplanes are another interest. Might want to build one of them. I did some in the past when I lived in Germany, but I haven't done it in a while. And here is one of those early machines, and as I said in the short, that is something I wouldn't get into. And I think this is by another guy I talked to. He did some of those seaplanes, and that one was really nice as well, the Italian one here. So a little bit overview, so you can see how many models are actually on the table. I mean, so many. Finnish Second World War airplane, some of them also popular, some Italian and so on. I guess some of those, like in the First World War and also in the Second World War, I guess the reason why some of the German machines might be popular is because they just have more individuality, right? They're more like individual models. But I'm not sure about that. I mean, by Second World War, I guess it all evened out. So some cars. I mostly put this is definitely not an interest of mine, but I put it in here in case my friend, my mechanic actually, if he is watching this, because he really likes building cars. So if you're watching this, this section is for you. I mean, that motorbike was fantastic. I liked that one. A little bit of, tractors and so, civilian vehicles here. I guess the C is for civilian. Some motorcycle as well, got a honorable mention. And here is the diorama section. So this is a diorama with miniatures. It's Waterloo diorama. Really nice if you know anything about the history. I mean, this is a very cool diorama. So I was surprised it didn't get a medal, but I don't know the criteria. So but it was a really nice one. It really captured me. And this one, it did get a medal, and I thought it was extremely cool. Like a tiny scene, like a cutout of an event. I mean, looking at the dioramas and everything, there was a lot of them that I really liked. And it gave me a lot of ideas for what I would like to do myself. This one got a special prize. I think it was the HMS Belfast. Really nice, the water, the clear water surface there, also an inspiration. Something I might use. Yeah, some more. I guess people use a lot of airbrush. I mean, you can see a lot of airbrush work on these. And I guess that makes sense, because I guess you get a nicer look, especially for these larger combat vehicles. And some Warhammer 40k. It's a Warhammer Titan. Nice with a little girl there for scale, giving it flowers. Wasn't so, the paint job didn't really attract me that much, but it was a nice model for sure. So Königstiger, Tiger 2, really nice diorama here. This was actually in the youth category, so these people are young that painted us. Amazing to be that skilled at that age. And this is probably my absolute favorite. Was the special category, was 1945. the year 1945, and that's from the story that the movement troll, right? And then the Nautilus, of course, very nice. And also I like the presentation on top of the book. It's great. I guess this also spaceship looking like an airbrush. Very funny, made me laugh. So some other type of models as well, some science fiction models and so on. Diorama there with Jawas. Pretty cool. And we're getting to the end here of the footage from the actual competition. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I just went pretty quick. I didn't go all in depth and look and talk along about the model. I don't think I'm qualified. I'm definitely not a judge. I don't really know the criteria and so on. I do recommend it though. It was a fantastic experience, even more so than last year. The people there are super friendly. So if you're in Scandinavia, that's what you should do. So here are my plans for next year. I'm going to do a diorama. It's going to be larger scale. It's going to be ships that I've done before. It's going to be the Shannon and it's going to be the Chesapeake, but they're going to be in 1/350 scale, so double the scale that I usually work with, so I can get more details in there. And it's actually going to be during the actual boarding of the ship, so as the Shannon boards the Chesapeake. So that's my idea for next year's competition. And here is some cover art, not done at this point, but watercolor, not my strongest point, but I'm going to do more with it to make it look a little bit more realistic. So it's going to be the cover art for the Beat to Quarters rule set. And I actually deployed the app today. I haven't gotten the help yet, but I actually managed to get it working really well at this point with boarding and everything, and my house rule, fire mechanics and everything, and it's deployed. So I deployed it to GitHub just to test it out, and it works. So now some of my friends are going to do some testing on it, and we'll see if they find some more bugs, get those ironed out, and then we're going to clean it up, make it look nice for everyone to use. And after that, I mean, there's some more things to do. We want some nice pictures for the examples in the rules, and also the redesign of the gauges that you need, like the turning gauge and the fire arc and the wind gauge and so on. So those need to be redesigned for sure, because we don't want to infringe on any copyright from the company that released the game back in the day. So we just need to redo everything from scratch. That's why it's taking a long time, but I hope it will be worth it. I mean, I can't wait to share it with everyone. I don't know how I will time it, if the app is gonna be ready before, if I'm gonna release the app ahead of time, or what I will do for the ones that already has the rules, so they can try it out. I mean, I think it really streamlines gameplay with Beat to Quarters, and I mean, it was a lot of effort. I mean, if I'm thinking about it, I think I started working on this in April. So even with the help of AI and everything, I mean, it's been a half a year worth of work. Anyhow, I know I still haven't released the smoke video. I don't know why I don't get it. So I was doing smoke for the vignette there before I sent it off, and I forgot to film it. I don't know why I am forgetting this all over. So I'm gonna have to just probably in the week here sit down, do a smoke effect. I do have the parts, and just record it so that you guys can see how it's made. Until then, however, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I wish you fair winds.